Now, Darlington Agumore is my analyst this evening. Darlington Agumore, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, Esther.
Very quickly, are you surprised with the development concerning the Navy officer being redeployed, the one who caught the APC officials and some thugs with weapons? Just yesterday, we saw them paraded with several AK-47 rifles and, shotguns, along with the APC member or APC chieftain thereabout. And it's less than 48 hours. The Navy official got an order from above. The Navy official has been redeployed and the politician has been released. Now, the Navy has not given any official response to that based on reports carried out by Sahara reporters. What's your take on this?
Esther, this is no longer an election. It is war. Seriously. When that Canadian court said all of us thought it was a joke. But, I mean... This statement by the Canadian court have been validated with what is going on. What do you need guns for in an election, Esther? What do you need guns for in an election?
Ocean State has been bemoaned with a lot of issues, serious issues for the past 1 week. It's been intense, from all fronts. Father Musti made a threat publicly, and he's not been apprehended. He was questioned, and he gave different interpretations, saying what he said was edited. He also made allegations that it was AI. He gave different narratives, both on television and when he addressed the people. There are also 2 other people who have made statements that if you come out, they'll cut your fingers if you're not voting for APC, or you better not even come out if you're not going to vote for APC. We've seen a lot of issues take place. Persons have been murdered. The pictures are quite gory. So at this point in time, the president is saying that the Osun elections, as conducted by INEC, will be a litmus test towards their preparedness for 2027. Have our democracy and political institutions become an institution of brigandage, thuggery, violence, and abuse?
This is what we are going to get from APC administration. This violence and brigandage. And they are not even ashamed of it. They are not even apologetical about it. On what ground should this election be marred with violence? That is my question. It is no longer an election, Esther. It is war. And this war may boomerang, whether they like it or not. I was thinking that Tinubu would have made his word to stand, that he fought for democracy. In a democracy, you don't see this type of thing, Esther. You don't. And so what will Tinubu tell us tomorrow that these are his legacies as a president? What will he tell us? What will he tell Nigerians that these are his legacies? If under his word things like this are happening, I mean, he cannot claim not to know. The order from above, who gave the order? Because he's the commander-in-chief. Who gave the order that man should be redeployed for apprehending somebody with guns just because he's an APC person? Is that not true? Again, I told you, when you are in their good book, Esther, you can do anything and get away with it. Even if that man is carrying human head in that car, and they show it everywhere. Look, the human head will just disappear and nobody will account for anything at the end of the day. That is APC for you. That is this administration for you. And so if tomorrow now, some of us are using it as a reference in our analysis. Somebody will say, when did it happen? You are insulting the president. You are doing this. How can you get my respect with this kind of behavior? How? Please tell me, how can you be destroying this country deliberately and you want my respect? No, you won't get it.
But the president just made a statement saying that the elections must be peaceful, ordering security agencies to ensure that there is law and order. Are we saying that is just protocol duly observed, but behind the scenes, every other thing has been permitted?
Let him start with this thing that happened. Who gave the order to redeploy that Navy man? Who gave the order?
What if some persons are just acting?
That's what I'm saying.
Being overzealous.
Good. Now that he had it, let him tell us. He should.
Because you've had persons who work for Tinubu acting overzealous, thinking that would placate him, that would please him, and all that. What if it's just like how Father Musti made the statement he made, and then they'll ask you a question: who sent you a message? What if these persons were being overzealous and it is not from the presidency, as a couple of persons would believe?
What happened to Francis Father Musti? What happened?
He's still working free. He has denied that he did not say such. That what he said that went viral was contradictory. Or certain persons, mischievous persons, twisted his words and edited it.
Tinubu did not hear it, Abi. He did not hear it. That statement, he did not hear it, Abi. Esther, please, this government is driving people crazy. By their actions and inaction, by their body language, they are destroying this country. I'm not joking. I wonder what will be left of this country when Tinubu leaves office. I'm not joking, because he had deliberately every institutions of government have been degraded. And so you are telling me now that after all this thing, somebody will celebrate Tinubu for what? Esther, for what? All the people that are committing this infamy during this election, are they not APC members, Esther? Are they not APC members? Tomorrow night they will tell us that they are the most peaceful persons. They are the one who brought democracy. They are the one who did it. Even there are more that will happen tomorrow, Esther. I'm very sure we are going to
well, sir, it's so surprising. Like I said, the supporters of the All Progressives Congress have been mute ever since all of these allegations came out. They believe that is a political strategy, it's method that which they go by things. The idea is whatever means it takes to win is what they are applying. Father Awusi, on the other hand, who was making such a statement because some Yoruba critics have come out to say they heard what he said. They understand Yoruba, and he said what he said. What he said, he meant what he said. Under the guise of Accord Party were killing their own members. Now coming out to make a statement on one of the television stations that it was AI, that you gave a contradictory statement at the police station when you were invited for questioning, according to the police, for over 2 hours, that it was re-edited to suit the narratives of the opposition, or to basically make him look like someone who is called a political old thug. That's not what he said. He tried to reinterpret the statement, saying it was metaphorical, not directly. Now the supporters of the government has neither condemned his actions, but rather claimed that the opposition are contradicting themselves since he came out to make clarifications. Would you say the supporters are those who have refused to understand that our democracy has been distorted to the point that our system that we have worked so hard for has turned to a retrogression in governance, a retrogression on free will?
Look, whatever that man says, if he's not prosecuted, then there's no democracy here. The statement is very clear. It was on video. Everybody saw it. Everybody had it. So all this double speak is because he's an APC member.
Well, Amnesty has initiated an online petition against him over the Kila court comment. They're inviting Nigerians to sign an online petition calling for action over comments attributed to Senator Francis Father Awusi ahead of the Saturday's Osun State governorship election. This call was made today. Do you think it's going to generate any form of participation?
It has to, because as it is now, since all our institutions of state have been compromised, they are no longer strong enough to curtail APC and Tinubu. Let us now resort to outsiders to help us. Of course, it has to be Amnesty International, it has to be America.
What if it was other opposition members who made such a comment? Wouldn't we have heard all the spokespersons come out how and asked the DSS to invite them, possibly to be locked up in custody by now, despite the fact that Father Awusi was allowed to go after interrogation?
Why do you think the opposition are keeping the peace? Why do you think they are keeping to themselves? Why do you think they did not reply him? Because if they do, Esther, they will pack all of them.
No, the opposition did reply. The opposition did reply. As it stands now, Atiku replied. A lot of them did.
No, I mean in Osun, the people in Osun, where he made that statement, where he would have told them that, okay, you too, any APC person that cross our line, we are going to kill him.
Well, the residents are saying whatever it is anyone is bringing, aura for aura, firepower for firepower. But should the blood of Nigerians be shared in a process that is meant to be calm and peaceful, a decision that has to do with their future? Why should people die? Have you seen some of the pictures? Very gory pictures. Over what? Elections. Ability for Nigerians to decide who should lead them.
You know what? We know why this pains me, Esther. You know that in this country, there are certain things that happen. You begin to ask, is this thing really true? Or was it media packaging? You know, some sections of this country, they believe that they are very, very advanced in politics. They know politics more than God.
Would you say that the politicians have become unreasonably illogical in their attitude towards elections, especially now that they feel like they are power volatile, or whatever it takes to actually have access to power is what they need, and that politics is no longer about the governance and leading the people right, it's about self-enrichment and self-aggrandizement? Is that what the Nigerian political space is now all about?
Esther, mention any election that have been conducted in the Southwest since 1960s that would not mad with violence. Just mention. Go back to history. Go back to history. Mention one election in the Southwest that was not mad with the violence, killings. And look at the prominent people from this side that has died because of election. I mean, prominent sons. And yet they will beat their chest and say they know politics. Look at it. Tomorrow now, when you use that against them, they say, hey, you're insulting them. Why can't you do things properly since you are claiming what you are not? Why can't you do something that I will emulate? Something that will be an example to others. This violence and politics, is that what you want people to copy? Is that what makes you advance? It's a very big shame, seriously. Very big shame.
All right, we'll take a very short break. We'll be right back. The World News Analysis segment continues afterwards. So kindly stay with us. For staying on, a chieftain of the ADC, Kalu, has petitioned the EU over allegations surrounding the president's academic credentials and what he described as a subversion of Nigeria's constitutional order. The conversation would be, we thought we'd been over this. The opposition should come with something different, something that the APC is not expecting from them. This was the same thing that was used in 2023, and the APC and Bola Tinubu supporters would tell you he still prevailed. All right, the Naira currency, the Naira redesign policy introduced by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and that was swiftly implemented, something that takes about 2 or 3 years to become functional, to become a system, was done in 3 months to prevent Bola Ahmed Tinubu from buying people's votes with money, and that he still emerged, as the winner of the 2023 elections. They also talked about the fact that despite the
this is one channel. Yes, so yes, Mr. Dality, it always they give them woto. Yes. No say the Tinubu get case for US over the 4G certificate. You understand? So since then I don't say the issue it all pop up again. The article they draw. You understand? Since one article they draw, this man never come as in come clarify or say say they be not be true to not be lie, and true to not be lie. All those kind of things. This man you're silent. You understand? That is to show say innocent. You understand? Innocent. All those one they work for a regime. You understand? Because they're not the power, can't do anything. You understand? They can do anything and go free. Una see what they are for Osun State now. Osun State the governorship election. Una see the way APC they demonstrate their attitude. You understand? So tell me how coach want to work like that with all this character with they execute. How coach want to work? It go there hard. You understand? This is they don't part this country. They don't finish this country. They don't send. You understand? And they are ready to do more. You understand? That's why we advocate to Nigerians, the women Nigerians, come to say election. Let's stand our ground. You understand? Let's defend our votes. You understand? Let's defend our votes so that all these people they will come up for that rock. You understand me? So that's what it be.